Russian-Ukraine conflict. It's such a hot topic at the moment, and I see so many diverse opinions on it, and especially more and more people praying for Ukraine and blaming Putin and all of this. And just be sure, whatever the media is telling you, it's probably not true. We had 2 years of pandemic, we had COVID, the media tried to keep us in fear. Now that the fear has gone, the pandemic is ending, we suddenly have a conflict, which creates more fear, saying that we are going to start World War III and it's all going to be terrible, and so on, so on. But what is really the case? What is happening at the moment? We know that everything that's happening on this planet right now is serving us and bringing us into a higher state of consciousness. And I think that's also one of the things that are coming up now, you know, the truth is coming out. Because what we know is that the US, they're very good at creating wars, provoking wars in other countries far away from their homeland. You know, take Vietnam, take Iraq, take Afghanistan. Everywhere they claimed that the bad guys in the country did something and they had to retaliate or prevent them from using nuclear weapons, whatever it is. And afterwards, you know, as usual, nothing that they claimed in the beginning was true. It was all a lie, and it happens all over again and again and again. And it's very similar here. We have the Ukraine, which is a highly corrupt, and we could even say Nazi government. At least they do the Hitler greeting. So that's pretty clear that something is not right there. They overpowered the old government 8 years ago, and according to Victoria Nuland from the US, with 5 billion from the US. So the US are highly engaged, highly involved into there. And yeah, the question is why? Why would the US give 5 billion to a country that it's so far away from them? You know, why would they not do it in Mexico or any other country that's close to them? I mean, with 5 billion, you could help the Mexicans a lot. So the Ukraine is a huge country, and it's one of the biggest global suppliers in terms of natural resources, food, anything. There's such a huge list of things where they're one of the most important countries in the world. And of course, that's very interesting for the US and for Western Europe. On top of that, there are many laboratories, chemical laboratories from the US in the Ukraine as well. No clue why they're there. Doesn't make sense to me, but they will know why. And of course, Europe wanted to have Nord Stream 2, which would have, you know, would have created a bigger, a better understanding between Russia and Western Europe. They would have the gas and all the, yeah, electricity probably too, but gas and fuel from Russia. And now, since this conflict, the German government said that Nord Stream 2 is not happening, which is actually very bad for Western Europe, because the gas price, the fuel price are rising immensely. They're going to get dependent on the US oil and gas, and you know, the fracking oil is not something that is really beneficial for the world. So it's not the best resources to get fuels from. But anyway, so we are making us dependent on the US, and the US knows exactly what they're doing by making Russia and Putin especially the enemy. And of course, Putin and Russia, they're not innocent, they're not victims, you know, they all have their own agendas. But we have to look far more deeper, you know, to see what is happening, why are things happening. And we have the Warsaw Agreement or Treaty and the Minsk Agreement or Treaty that was broken by the Western world to the disadvantage of Russia, and they still didn't complain. They didn't even send ambassadors out there to say that's not good. And We even said that we're not going to allow more countries closer to Russia into the NATO, which we also, you know, this promise that we broke, official promise. I think it was even agreement. I can't remember anymore. But there were so many things happening to the disadvantage of Russia and Putin, and he was still being peaceful, and he was still, you know, trying to get along. And now this is happening, and I just wonder, you know, where is actually the original conflict, the root of the conflict? Who has which agenda? Because the media clearly, they don't tell us, you know, they're just following the government's order, what they say and what is happening. So all we can do is we can step away, take a step back, be the observer, you know, just step out of this game without blaming and aggression and praying for one country but not the other country, and that's the guilty party, when the other one says no, that's the guilty party. Step out of this game, be the loving observer, hold space for what is happening right now, because we know it's serving us, you know, it's for the best of us, and the truth will come out soon, I guess. So do that, you know, send love to all of them. Also send love to the bad guys, whoever you think is the bad guy, because when you send hate to them, or when you send anger to them, it doesn't make them better, it actually makes them worse, because you send more aggressive, negative energy into them, instead of holding space and sending them love. And if so many people, if there is a critical mass of people sending love and positive frequencies into somebody who has negative tendencies, they might even change, you know, and be more positive. So sending love and prayers and positiveness to everybody out there, not just to one country, one person. That's the goal. That's where we should go and head on. And yeah, maybe think about it, you know, maybe just also educate yourself what is happening, and yeah, we will see. But don't go into this fear. Don't believe in World War III. Don't hold fear. Just go back into your heart, hold the love, and everything will be all right. It's serving us. I promise you for sure. Nothing bad is going to happen. So throw away the fear, go into your heart, and just be loving as always. And I love you all, and sending you all the best and all my love to all over the world. Bye bye.